Forget gurus. Forget anyone claiming to be an online business expert without going through the challenges of entrepreneurship themselves. The Real Money, Real Business podcast is here to prove the best insights in online business comes from your fellow online business builders. We dig into stories of entrepreneurs selling their business on the Empire Flippers marketplace so that you can learn how they made their business profitable, how they overcame obstacles, and what lessons they learned in their online journey. If you want to take your business and your knowledge to the next level, you've come to the right podcast. Let's get started.
Hey everyone, Vinnie here with another great business to discuss on this episode of the Real Money, Real Business podcast. Today's guest is Jipan, and he's selling his dropshipping business on the Empire Flippers marketplace. So welcome to the show, Jipan, and how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fantastic. Thanks so much for asking. And I'm really looking forward to talking more about your business. And just before we dive in, let's go over a brief summary of the actual business itself. So it's a dropshipping business in the automotive niche created in August 2016. The average monthly revenue for the business is $235,702, and it makes an average of $22,623 per month in net profit. The assets included in the sale are the domain and all of the site content and files, 5,500 SKUs, a custom-coded Shopify website, a Facebook account with 6,000 subscribers, a Facebook group with 1,000 members, an email list of 20,000 subscribers, other social media accounts, SOPs, supplier contracts and relationships, and employee contracts. For everyone listening, you can visit empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for listing 48035 to learn more about the business. Or you can unlock this listing to start your due diligence if you're interested in purchasing this asset. So now that I've given a general overview of the business, Jipan, can you tell us a little bit about your background in building and running online businesses?
Sure. So when I started building this business, I remember it was 2016. So I was actually working high school as a IT technician. So I'm doing this business as a part-time job. So after I think 3 months, so I started get all in and spend all my time in this business as a full-time. And after a couple of months, and started business getting profits and everything is going smooth. And then I've been running this business for 4 years, and now I want to exit.
Yeah, no, that sounds really awesome. So how did you come up with the idea of starting this business in particular?
Yeah, it's just one coworker, and he has a really badass truck. So as you say, it's an automobile niche. And we sell all those badass aftermarket parts. So basically that's where I get the ideas from. So the coworkers just talk about trucks every day, talk about those badass cars. So that's why I get into this niche.
Yeah, that's awesome, Jipan. So what do you think about dropshipping as a business model? Why do you think it's great for people who are interested, who want to get started with online business?
Yeah, I think it's great. For me, it's pretty passive. So now I'm managing 4 full-time VAs. They all working from home, and also there are Filipinos and 1 part-time. So most of the time, actually, I'm not getting hands-on doing day-to-day jobs. So I have quite a bit of time to work in my other business. So the first thing I would say is passive, right? The second thing is actually for this dropshipping business, for mine, it's pretty stable. So I don't actually testing a lot of the things. So when things going great and it's just been stable since 2017. So I don't have to do too much creative work. And third thing I would say, yeah, of course, because it's COVID-19, actually for dropshipping, you can work from home, right? So you don't have to really go out. And I think for now, it's perfect time to doing dropshipping and just work from home and then chill out with your families, right? So if you are parents, have kids, I think that's perfect business model for you to get into it.
Yeah, that's a really good answer. And I think you've touched on some of the questions that I'm going to ask you later on. So I just want to ask you then, because I'm sure a lot of people will be wondering, the business is clearly very profitable. It's earning over 20,000 USD in monthly net profit. So why are you selling the business at this time instead of keeping it or growing it?
I would say if you want to grow this business, you have to take time. But if you don't want to grow, just let it run. And that's perfectly okay. But if you want to grow 10%, 20% every year, then you need to spend time. So for now, I'm only spend like 10 hours to 15 hours per week because I have other things to work on. Like remember, since 2017 and 2019, I'm actually working all other different business. So I don't have any attention. Think about it. If I can focus on this business from 2016 to 2020, right? So if I put like full attention, put all my time into it, then that would be different stories. So that's probably the reason why, because I don't have any intentions. If we don't grow this business, I think it's just wasting this market and this niche. We already built this business. So if someone has attention, someone really interested in this niche, especially if you have a truck, right? You like men's niche and automotive aftermarket, I think this is a perfect niche for you.
Yeah, that makes sense. Looking back on your experience, Zipan, is there anything that you learned from building this dropshipping business that you would apply to future sites or businesses?
Yeah, I would say managing people, that's definitely for sure, because before running this business, I have zero experiences. But for now, I know how to manage VAs. This is very, very important skills in today's world. And actually, next 5 years, next 10 years, because, the COVID-19. So you managing people online is very, very crucial. The second thing I would say is the marketing skills. I mean, I know how to sell the products online. I know how to use Google. I know how to use Facebook. If you know these skills, and then you can implement definitely for big pictures. Now I'm trying to build my own brand, right? Because I know how to sell products. So why have to keep selling other people's products? I want to sell my own products. So that's very, very important. Be able to sell things online, that's the most important skills that I learned from the dropshipping journey.
Yeah, that's some really good advice. I just want to move on to what you mentioned there about marketing skills and just talk about right now, what are you currently doing in terms of marketing for this current business?
So it's actually 50% from Google Shopping, Google Text Ads, and 40% from organic traffic, and 10% is actually from Facebook retargeting and email marketing.
Right, okay, so 50% is from paid advertising, then the rest is a mix of organic and everything else. So can you just tell our listeners, what do you currently do in terms of marketing right now?
Yeah, I do check keywords, search terms every week. And other than that, I do check Facebook retargeting every month. Just make sure we have some creatives going on for like special promotions. I do check email marketing flow every 3 months, just testing some subject lines. And I do work with my VAs, setting up the promotions, like special events. Also, one more thing, I do work with one organic Google agent. So I check with them like every 3 months and I just make sure everything's okay. So I don't do any organic traffic. So that's pretty much it.
Yeah, that sounds great. I just want to talk about the opportunities. If you were to keep this business, what are some ways that you would try to grow it?
The first thing I would definitely to increase my budget. Organic traffic, for now we spend like $599. We pay this agent since 2017, and the organic traffic is just growing crazy recently. So my next plan is definitely go from $599 plan to $1,000 plans. So that's next thing I would do. Other thing I would say getting more suppliers, because we still have a lot of suppliers because this niche is so big. So that's definitely I'm going to try next. And the other thing is just probably work with a conversion expert to improve the conversions, because we have so many parts, like so many SKUs, and every year we should improve how users navigate to websites. There's so many SKUs, it's just never going to end. So this is a consistent optimizing navigations, especially for automotive niche, right?
Yeah, that's great. Can you just describe the amount and type of work that you're doing for this dropshipping business for maintenance?
So on Monday, I would go check the Google search terms, Google traffic, and every morning I wake up. First thing we do have a micro tracking. So actually customer support put how many calls do they save, how many orders they put, and I do put how many traffic we received, what's the return expense. So check on daily report, and Monday check on Google search terms. Tuesday, Wednesday, take a break, and Thursday I do schedule. If there's any special events, I do schedule emails with my contents VA. So that's my Thursday work. And by the way, I do give a call with my manager, just check with everything. If you have any issues or do you have any issues with suppliers, and just make sure we don't get any surprise chargeback, right? So that's something I do. My work, just call my manager every probably just 10 minutes. Let's check if everything's okay. Maybe ask him if you need some help for me, right? But he can make all the decisions, especially he can work with suppliers. And if there's any issues on refund, he can just go straight to the suppliers and check with them. And on weekend, it's a very important job. I do work on weekend. Most important things, I check the profits for every week. I do still do the payrolls myself. So it's probably like 2 to 3 hours, just check the profitabilities. And also because my VA is doing all the fulfillments, I want to check them. I need to know they buying the parts from correct suppliers. I mean, just take a look at it. And I also check some maybe credit card statements. I used to do it every week, but now it's just like every 2 weeks. So that's something that I think I have to do myself. Because other people run your business. So I do want to gain the most important part, which is accounting, right? Yeah, that's pretty much it. So every month, I do a monthly report that goes through everything from Google, from how much we spend, and it goes through all the expenses, just make sure we stay and make good profits. And compared to last month, see our expense, to see if we have good return on expense compared to first quarter, second quarter, and every month. So that's the most important job that I'm doing for this website.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you for that. It's a very complete answer, really. Just giving our listeners an idea of what your weekly schedule looks like and the type of work that would be required. I just want to ask you, what skills or requirements are there for someone who isn't familiar with the automotive niche or the dropshipping business model?
For the skills, I would say the Google Shopping. If you have the Google Shopping and the Google AdWords skills, that's good to have. But if you don't, I think it's still easy to learn for this business because we already built everything. We do have procedures. Other than that, I think people skills is very important to run this dropshipping business because if you know how to deal with suppliers, actually you have much, much more advantage in getting new suppliers on board or getting maybe negotiate with new good price margins because we have so many vendors. And actually, I just hand everything to my VAs. It's just VA. If you are owners and have time and actually have really, really good people skills, that's just very, very important. So I'm pretty sure you can bring this business to the next level. And accounting skills. So you really have to check the numbers. You have to understand how much you spend ads and how much you spend on marketing and what's the gross margin. And just to check all the numbers every week and every month. So that's what I miss in the previous years, from 2016 to 2018. Since 2018, I focused on getting numbers correct, and then the profits is just getting better and better, especially starting 2019 August. Yeah, that's everything starting to change when I just pay attention to numbers because I compare every month and every week. We do have a sheet, like everyone has put their numbers because everyone has their low in their positions, right? So if they put their numbers, and we have a huge sheet, just track numbers every day. If you look at numbers, you can see how everything goes. That's just some very, very big decision, very big change that we made since 2019 August. And it's huge for us.
Yeah, great. Thanks for that answer. What do you think are some of the biggest risks with this dropshipping business that a buyer should be aware of?
Of course, for the dropshipping, you have to always worry about the pricing because you sell other people's products. So that's the first thing. If there's any suppliers drop their price, and then that's a possibility you're going to raise your profit margin. So that's the first thing. The second thing, because it's dropshipping and there's possibility there's another new strong competitors coming to your niche. So that would increase your CPC on Google AdWords. So that's the second thing I would definitely reconsider before you get into this business. And another thing I would say is managing the team members because we have a group team members, like they all families. So I think it's better to create just better SOPs and better procedures and then getting new team members on board. So that's something that maybe we can do, you guys can do in the future to prevent just in case if one team members get leave, and then we can quickly get a new team members on board if we have like correct SOPs and the procedures.
Just a few wrap-up questions for you. How much support are you offering buyers?
The relationship with my team members, I'm pretty sure they can help you go through the process as well. They are pretty loyal to me, and also I'm going to pay a portion of the money to my team members as well after sale. So they can help you out, and I can help you out as well. So yeah, email support, Skype support. Yeah, I think that's just normal. It's very common sense if we just sell the business in the future.
Sure. And would you commit to a non-compete?
Yes.
And are you open to negotiating something like an earn-out?
Yes.
Great. Just last question for you then. So putting yourself in the shoes of a buyer, why do you think that this is a business worth buying?
For this business, I would think if anyone is interested in aftermarket parts, accessories, if they have a truck, that would be the perfect. So that's going to be, you're going to love this niche. And if you are passionate about this niche, that will be perfect for you to talk with suppliers, talk with customers. Even if you don't want to talk with suppliers, you can get your parts for a very cheap price. Even I have a truck, so that's just very, very cool to get cheap parts from suppliers and manufacturers.
Okay, great. Is there anything else that you think you'd like to share that you think I might have missed?
To be honest, I already answered all the questions, so that's all I have.
Cool, no worries. Thanks a lot, Zipan, for your time today, and we hope that your business gets sold soon.
Thank you so much.
All right, everyone. Thanks for listening. To learn more and see if this listing has already been sold, head over to empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for listing number 48035. If you're watching this on YouTube, click the link in the description to go straight to the listing. Once you've unlocked this listing, you'll be given everything you need to know about this business. So, until next time, enjoy your digital journey.